What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got some news to talk about today involving both Los Angeles, California teams, the Dodgers and the Angels. Bad news for both teams. So let's get into it. All right, first, let's start off with the Dodgers. Cody Bellinger will be placed on the 10-day IL due to a calf injury he suffered in the series against the A's in Oakland, California. So here's an article from ESPN. It says Los Angeles Dodgers placed former National League MVP Cody Bellinger on the 10-day injured list Friday with a bruised left calf. Bellinger has missed the Dodgers' past 2 games with the injury, which occurred when he was spiked by Oakland Athletics reliever Raymond Gooden on Monday while beating out an infield single in the 9th inning of Los Angeles' 10-3 win. And Dodgers manager Dave Roberts said they had not seen significant improvement in Bellinger's leg since the injury, but the outfielder was already jogging and moving around. Here's what Dave Roberts had to say. All the tests say it'll be a short-term missing of time rather than a long-term, which is great news all around, Roberts said. So obviously this is, it's not good news for the Dodgers, but it's not the end of the world. It's a calf injury. The guy got spiked. This has happened before. I mean, again, I didn't really see what happened exactly. I remember seeing a highlight of it, but I don't really remember that they talked about it being a spike. Usually, you really don't get spiked that high up on the leg. I mean, you could have it in the back of the ankle, possibly on the Achilles heel, but I don't really remember anybody getting spiked on the calf. That's really weird and a pretty high area when it comes to the leg to get spiked. But I mean, guys have got spiked before in the past. This is nothing new. Bellinger will be fine. He'll be out for probably the 10 days, and that'll be it. He'll be moving around, probably got some stitches of some sort, maybe not even that. I'm just speculating of how bad this spike was from the reliever over at first base. So we'll see what happens. He'll be fine. Now, the other injury coming out of the other Los Angeles team in the Angels, this injury is worse. To one of their outfielders that they acquired this offseason from the Cardinals, Dexter Fowler. Yes, he didn't really slide into second base. He kind of stopped at second base without sliding, and he hurt his knee really bad. It's not like he slipped on the bag, but it looks like somehow, some way, his foot got caught. And he either, I don't know if he hyperextended it or what, but he has a pretty bad knee injury. Is Dexter Fowler going into second base on a play in Toronto, actually in Buffalo, but playing against the Blue Jays in their home away from home ballpark in Buffalo. So it says, an article from MLB.com, right fielder Dexter Fowler was carted off due to left knee contusion during the 2nd inning of the Angels' road game against the Blue Jays on Friday. The early indication was that the injury did not require further test. Fowler, who was acquired by the Angels from the Cardinals this past offseason, went into second base standing up and beat Bo Bichette's throw to the bag. In the process, Fowler stepped and landed awkwardly on the bag. Fowler drew a walk in his only plate appearance before he left the game. So again, this comes back to the discussion that I've never talked about here on this channel, but there has been discussions about this bag incident before with guys, slipping on bags, getting caught in bags, or spikes getting caught in bags, and really just screwing up the knee. You really don't want this to happen to anybody, but the biggest fear is when a National League pitcher runs down first base and he slips on a wet base, or he gets caught, or someone spikes him, kind of like Bellinger's. So honestly, the two injuries with Fowler and Bellinger are somewhat similar, both occurring at a base. But I would say Dexter Fowler's is more severe and could be avoided easier than Bellinger getting spiked. Sometimes you can't help a guy getting spiked. Sometimes it's on accident, which is most of the time, and other times guys get ticked off and they do it on purpose, which isn't good sportsmanship, but hey, that's the way the game goes. But in my mind, when it comes to Fowler's incident, it's not like he slipped on the bag, but his foot got caught. Now again, the bag literally has no give. It's pegged to the ground. I mean, the bags are not wide at all. I looked it up. It says all bases are the same size and all are shaped in a square, with each side being 15 inches long and 3 to 5 inches thick. Each base is made of a canvas-like material that is stuffed with a soft material. The official rules of Major League Baseball state that the bases must be secure to the ground. So it's 15 inches long, 3 to 5 inches thick. It's not a wide base, and it's not really that soft. I mean, they say it's stuffed with soft material, but it's really not that soft. It's not really a bag. It's pretty darn hard. And plus, it's really pegged to the ground where it can't move and there's no give. So really nowadays, bases, there are no gives. So that makes a higher possibility for someone to get their cleat caught in a base, someone sliding in, oversliding and hyperextending, whether it be a knee, an ankle, something, twisting an ankle. So that really ups the chance of those type of injuries occurring when the base is pretty much, set in stone to the ground and there's no give. They've talked about this before, and I'm actually an advocate for it, at least at first base, is that have two bases at first base. Have one base that's white, let's just say, for the first baseman to put his foot on when he's fielding the ground ball at first, and have another bag, whether it's white or maybe orange or something like that, like they have in Little League. Have a second base to the right of the foul territory, and have that being a base for the runner to run through at first base, so there's no collisions, there's no chance of spiking like what happened with Cody Bellinger, and there's a lesser chance of a guy slipping on a base if it's wet, running into a guy at first base, because if you think about it, these guys at first base are pretty broad gentlemen. They are big guys, and their foot takes up most of the bag as it is. So that probably increases the chances of a collision. But if you have that extra base to the right of foul territory, it will decrease the chances of a collision happening. And even if you want to make the base softer for the base that the runner is running through at first base to the right of the foul territory, I think that'd be a good idea as well. Have a little more give, make it feel like an actual bag, not like a piece of cement when you're running on the thing. So, I mean, honestly, bags are not soft. I know that for a fact. They should be softer. They should have give. In my mind, maybe have it pegged to the ground, but maybe you could somehow have a string attached to it on the bottom where if you slide into the bag, it will give a little bit, so it just doesn't just stick right to the ground and you slide in and you just cram your ankle and your knee right up to the bag and the bag has no resistance at all and does not move. That would be my suggestion, but I am all for the extra bag at first base, at least for runners going through the bag to avoid that collision at first base. Also, I wanted to mention, guys, the Dodgers were presented with their World Series rings in the home opener, the opening series at home against the Washington Nationals. 2020 World Series champions Dodgers finally got their rings, and boy oh boy are they beautiful. I mean, they're real nice. Right on the front, LA, right in the middle of a center of a diamond in the shape of, obviously, many diamonds, making the shape of a baseball diamond. So that's really cool. LA in that just beautiful Dodger blue. Comment down below if you know what kind of stone that is. That blue stone, whatever it is, that looks gorgeous. World champions right on the front of the ring there. World on top, champions on the bottom. It says Los Angeles on the side, I do see. Yes, Los Angeles 2020 NL West with the World Championship Trophy in the center with another diamond at the top of the World Championship Trophy right in the center of the oval. with two palm trees on the side of the World Championship trophy. Also on the side for the players, it will say their name, such as their manager, Dave Roberts. It says Roberts, number 30. Got their number there with the Dodgers logo with the baseball going through it and a little MLB logo on the top right as well. Wow, these are gorgeous, gorgeous World Championship rings. I tell you, they keep getting better and better. Wow, it's really nice. Yeah, guys, that's all I got for today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on the Dexter Fowler and Cody Bellinger injury. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you later.